Olori Elizabeth feels the Ooni is not being right with all his decisions, and like every single thing he's doing is very, very partial. Yes, that is what Olori Elizabeth is trying to say right now in the midst of every single thing that is happening. Now we know Elizabeth to be someone who have tried vigorously over time to remain silent concerning the palace issues, and no matter what happens, Elizabeth tries so hard. Yes, we see how much Elizabeth tries to keep quiet no matter how the matters get worse. And right now, it has gotten to the point where Elizabeth would come out and say something. And what Elizabeth is saying, it is indeed a proof that the Ooni has ignored every other person he promised a life with simply because he wants to be with Olori Naomi. Now, at this point, you could see that Olori Elizabeth have tried so hard to play the good friend role, but it has not paid her. So the only solution she has resolved to is to play the normal human being which she has been, which she has, which she's meant to play. And from all the indication, from all Elizabeth is saying, is that it is so wrong of the Ooni to do this which he is doing. This whole matter on ground right now is only a proof that these people are not in alignment with each other. Yes, we know that long before now, we all knew that there is no alignment as far every single thing happening in the palace. The only knows what he wants, his wife knows what they want, and every other person knows what the person wants. That is what has been happening in the palace over time. But as this whole matter keeps elongating, as this whole matter keeps moving forward on daily basis, you will come to that point of understanding that even in the midst of everybody knowing what the person wants, if it doesn't align with another person, then how would you remain in the palace? That is the question. Because what these women want now does not align with what they only want. So how are they going to remain in the palace? It's a big question everybody is asking. Because categorically speaking, if we want to say the truth, these women, they have the right to be in the palace because they are Ooni's wives. But you see, they only wanted to cripple every of that right the moment he decided that what all of you divorce, you would sign a divorce papers and leave. That was the moment they only wanted to cripple that right. And till today, even if you say that the Ooni has not done right, the Ooni knows what he wants. But the big question is, does what his wives want align with what the Ooni wants? That is the other question we are all asking. Because as this whole matter is right now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what goes on. To this woman, their only concern is let's scatter every single thing. And you see the person coming out to speak right now. This is someone who have not spoken on these matters for quite a very, very long time. This is someone who has not even had a concern with any of these matters for quite a very long time. Elizabeth has been someone who has been very reserved. No matter what happens, Elizabeth is in her corner. You will not hear her coming out to talk, drag Naomi, or do anything. Nah, you will not hear Elizabeth do that. But simply because of what? Elizabeth has been pushed to the wall. Right now, Elizabeth has been pushed to the wall and she has been left with no single option. Ooni has asked her to leave the palace. In as much as Elizabeth came out to say that I am pregnant for the Ooni, and everybody was like, whoa, this is indeed a very big ticket for you to remain in the palace. The Ooni still did not buy it. The Ooni has said that was move out. Now you might be wondering that why would the Ooni be this wicked to Elizabeth? The Ooni is not this wicked to Elizabeth. The Ooni is just banking on what his wives have done to him lately. Everybody came out over time that I am pregnant, I am pregnant. What was the end of it? They were not pregnant. And even the little one that he even believed and carried along with, what has happened? It has been one investigation on top of another to find the surrogate mother, to find the true mother of the children. And Tobi has vigorously disappointed the Ooni. And as it is right now, any of Ooni's wives that is coming out that you are pregnant, just be prepared for whatsoever will happen. Yes, we know that Elizabeth rejected IVF some time back, that anything that she's going to have with the Ooni, she wants it so natural. She wants it in such a way that she will be responsible for her actions. Not something that they will take her to one facility and then they will tell her that yeah, this is it, this is it. No, she doesn't want it that way. She wants it to happen the same way God has made it to happen. And as the whole matter gets on point, and we keep on seeing how the whole things get out, you will come to understand that Elizabeth is just one of the persons who have not hurriedly tried to give Ooni a child in the palace. Yes, she haven't. She just keep maintaining her space. She just keep doing her thing. She just keep being her Elizabeth. And then today, Ooni does not believe the fact that Elizabeth is pregnant or not, because of what so many of his wives have proven to him, that even if we tell you, we are pregnant, please don't believe it. You see, other people facing the actions of these women. Innocent Elizabeth, we don't know the origin, neither do we know the truth behind every single thing, but we know how much the Ooni we know how much Ooni gets to cherish when these women get to tell him that, we are pregnant, but this, we are that. We know how much the Ooni gets to cherish that. We know how much the Ooni gets to cherish. But right now, it is not something that he can cherish again, because his wives have used it spontaneously on him. Every single day they are using it. Every single minute they are using it. Every single hour they are using it. And what would a poor man do? He should just keep on believing them. You see, it might happen that this is the person who is actually right, that he has refused to believe, but it is not his fault. It is not only his fault. Because at the end of it all, you would come to understand that these women have not given him a reason to trust anybody. They have not given him a reason to trust anyone. And not being in the context of trust, you will not blame the Ooni. You will not blame him. Because the man, he does not have any reason to trust any of his wives again. I see now that he wants to bring Olori Naomi back. In fact, he is deliberate on bringing Olori Naomi back. You would agree with me that that every single thing happening, it is just but a thing that we cannot sit here and then conclude, because these women know what they are up to. Yeah, I said that on several occasions. These women know what they are up to, and no matter how these things are, they know where they are headed. Yes, they know where they are headed, and they will definitely get there. They will definitely achieve whatsoever it is they want to achieve. So my people right now know atop this matter. Make we wait see how it go play out. Yes, make we wait see how it go play out. Because right now there is nothing you can tell me that I would agree with you that Ooni is not right on his action. His wives have not given him a reason to be trustful. Yes, the only time Ooni was going to trust this woman, Tobi rubbished it into his face. Tobi made him look so much of a bad person. Tobi has now made him look so bad in the sight of his equals. This matter, only he should just do what he feels it is right for him to do. And as long as this matter continues, whosoever feels it should not be done that way should confront the Ooni, and we will all hear the outcome of the whole matter.